Friends stand united. The reunion of FSU would lead to the elevation of Eddie Dennis as Progress Wrestling's main antagonist and the fall of one of its most dominant champions. Following the conclusion of their one-year feud at Chapter 76, Mark Andrews would disappear from Progress Wrestling. Having earned the Future World Championship match, Dennis would bide his time for a year. After slaying Mark Andrews, Dennis would keep his momentum going with a string of victories over some of Progress Wrestling's biggest names. Dennis would even sign a WWE contract of his own. This would all culminate at Chapter 95 when Dennis finally cashed in his title shot on Walter. In the closing moments of the match, Walter's opponent had the champion defeated in the middle of the ring, but the referee was down. A masked man would attack the challenger and Dennis would cash in his title opportunity to make the match a three-way. The masked man was revealed to be Mark Andrews. Eddie Dennis would stomp on the challenger's neck while it was sandwiched in between the folding chair and became champion. Towards the end of his feud with Eddie Dennis, Mark Andrews was booed by the crowd because he was seen as a corporate sellout. Dennis would lambast the fans for blaming the WWE and Andrews for killing the British wrestling scene and instead blamed it on their selfishness. At Chapter 98, Dennis and Andrews would take on Progress Wrestling's new generation, the Ojmo and Connor Mills, in their first match back together. FSU's experience as a team would see them prevail over the up-and-comers. Dennis would have his first defense the following show. At Chapter 99, he would take on the man whose neck he had stomped on to steal the championship. Thanks to Mark Andrews, Dennis would retain his championship. At Chapter 100, Dennis would take on Progress Wrestling Super Rookie the Ojmo in a thrilling back and forth match that saw him nearly defeat Dennis. Eddie Dennis' championship reign would be cut short after once again tearing his pectoral muscle at an NXT UK taping. At Chapter 101, Mark Andrews would enter a tournament to try to regain the Progress Wrestling World Championship but would lose in the first round. Through their rise and fall, Mark Andrews and Eddie Dennis would prove that